All right. Last Thursday, Eastern District Police issued a gang conflict warrant. Never heard of one of those before it got issued. Following several incidents stemming from ongoing tensions between the mongrel mob and Black Power. How ironic. Two Maori gangs having a go at each other. In many cases, usually the same iwi, same family for Pete's sake. A significant operation was underway across Hawke's Bay and Tairāwhiti, including in Wairoa, and in the midst of that, as they have been so often, was my old hometown of Wairoa. Born there, lived in Clyde Street, and where else did my parents live? Clyde Street and, oh God, somewhere Key, on the other side. Mahia Key? Anyhow, somebody, our next guest to be able to tell us. Craig Little, the Mayor of Wairoa, joins us now. Craig, Mahia Avenue, isn't it? It's Mahia Avenue on the other side.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
And Clyde Street, and Wairoa College, my father's first teaching job. Listen, mate, you're in the midst of it again. A gang conflict warrant has been issued by the Eastern District Police. First of all, as Mayor, did they have a bit of a chat to you before they did that?
No, they generally give me a call and let me know what's going on. So no, not really around that. It's none of my business. But hey, I think it's a great thing. If it can stop all the crap going on, well, it's great.
Can you tell me what the crap is that's going on so that the police need to issue
Well,
this significant warrant?
look, it's just tit for tat. One member will do something, the other side will do something else. It hasn't really escalated from the initial. I think there's a bit of a shooting and maybe a Molotov cocktail was thrown. But it just gives those police the power. And I actually asked the police only probably a month ago, how are you getting on with the gang patch legislation? And they said it's actually reduced crime in the town. So hey, if that's working, well, that's got to be good.
Okay, all right. Well, come back to that a second. I understand they had a house fire, I think on Thursday night or Wednesday night there, which was apparently connected to this in Apatu Street. Although the house had been vacant for several years, so God knows how that got involved in the particular gang fracas. Can you just tell me, because I don't get it, and you're there, you'll understand better than I will, and probably anybody else listening. Why do Black Power and the mongrel mob, who, as I say, often come from the same iwi, same whānau, same hapu, went to the schools together, played sport, hate each other so much?
Yeah, it's really odd, and also I think the key is why do a lot of the whānau actually tolerate what these guys are up to as well in both gangs? And it's just, yeah, it's really, here we were on, Friday commemorating Anzac Day, and all these poor people have, sacrificed so much to give us the freedom we have, and these clowns are doing what they're doing. I honestly don't get it. I don't get it. There's nothing tough in it. Anyone can discharge a gun anywhere if you don't care, and that's what they're doing. And just on that fire, that wasn't related to, that was updated to me this morning at this stage, so,
Okay,
of
well,
the
that
house.
wouldn't have made sense in actual fact, but there you are. The police linked it to their police warrant last week, I see in their press release. That's why I read it to you. A gang conflict warrant. What do you understand that to be, Craig?
Look, it's just two different gangs, and it's just like, when you're at school. Well, it is pretty childish stuff, to be quite honest. So, when you're at school, you had different types of affiliations with friends and that, and you didn't like one, you might, pick on the other lot or whatever. But it's just another form of bullying between each other, and I'm afraid I have no tolerance for it. They're not achieving anything apart from making themselves look absolutely stupid.
Okay, having said this, and this is the part that would worry me if I was mayor. Police are involved in this now because it got escalated. They've put out warrants. Apparently, I've just read that a gang conflict warrant enables police to search vehicles or places gang members own or use. So it basically allows them to harass them, I guess, and remove any weapons from the street. But I'm interested after they've done all this, after they've arrested them, these people, these guys are going to come straight back into the communities in which they are. Is there any leadership from anybody that is seeking to ensure some sort of permanent peace, or is this Russia and the Ukraine just on a petty basis?
Yeah, that's a really good question, actually. Look, in the past, with the leaders have come out, I do talk to them. Not so much the Black Power from down in Mohaka Way or Ropunga, but yeah, that's what's needed. to be quite honest. And like we shouldn't need this to then get this other law so they can arrest them and for firearms and that. And if they go and blanket across the country, you can imagine all the do-gooders saying, "Oh no, it's just another way of pulling people up they don't like." But we need something like this. It's the only way we're going to get top of the gangs. And they're here, they're right across the country, and we have to make an impact on them, really.
You do. But again, I'm going long-term stuff here. You and I have talked about the gang issue in Wairoa before, unfortunately too often. I need to go as to what the long-term solution in here is. I assume these people aren't going to be leaving the Mungal mob or the Black Power anytime soon. I assume it's still seen as a pathway for kids that aren't achieving all that well at Wairoa College. Is there any leadership being shown by any Maori or iwi leaders to try and stop this kind of antisocial conveyor?
Look, I think there is a bit behind the scenes, to be quite honest, Michael and Wari, from the Frasertown point of view with the Black Power out there. Their leader out there is doing a lot of good stuff, getting the guys into work. They actually don't create too much trouble out there. So that, whilst, you ask the reasons why you want to be in a gang, I don't know.